I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV Velocities in Music. Today, we've had a lot of anticipation about this review. A lot of music reviewers don't touch stuff like this because, let's just face it, we're not going to be nice. The album we're going to review today is an artist by the name of Owl City. And Owl City, this is his third album.
Yeah,
I forget his
Adam
name.
Young.
Adam Young. It's called All Things Bright and Beautiful. Now, I want to go with a general disclaimer. We've reviewed a couple albums in the past, and every now and then we'll just grab an album that we know is going to get popular for kind of some fun, just to lighten things up, to show us how glad we are that we get to review all the good music in the world that we are. And really, we're not Owl City fans, so if you're an Owl City fan, first of all, why are you watching music reviews? Because pretty much all music critics hate Owl City. Secondly, turn it off now, because we're probably going to hurt your feelings or say something.
And that's not actually our goal.
That's not our goal.
We admittedly did not like this, and we just want to make some points.
We're making it up. We're going to be upfront about it. We are going to have fun with this review, so our apologies ahead of time if we do offend anybody along the way. Now, this album, Adam Young is from Minnesota. He started mixing and making electronic songs, electronica music in his basement. Very pop structured, very poppy sounds, and he paints these pictures, and it's this very bright melodic sound, right? Lots of really catchy choruses and some arguably decent synth parts at times.
Yeah.
Electronic hooks in there that honestly, even on this album, I really like say in track 2, Deer in the Headlights. Like, I really like that chorus electronic hook. And then even the following track, Angels. And he paints these pretty pictures about this really, bright and cartoonish and very juvenile, not juvenile in a bad way, but like in a young, sort of youthful way about how you just, it's like a cartoon that you're watching. But Tom, as far as the lyrics go, I know you had some good insights, and I want to preface some of the things that we're about to touch on and have a good time with some of your thoughts.
Well, the lyrics, it's like something out of Willy Wonka's Nightmares or something. I mean, everything's so colorful, but yet they don't even make sense in a way. And I knew this from the get-go when he got really famous, the multi-platinum selling Ocean Eyes, his second album, with the hit Fireflies. And one thing that everyone went gaga over was, this lyrics, I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they try to teach me how to dance. Yeah. So, but here's the deal. Doesn't it tell you something about this guy that only 1 out of 10 lightning bugs is willing to give him a hug? What does that mean? 9 out of 10 lightning bugs are like, get this dude the hell away from me.
I'm one of 9. I'm in the 9 out of 10 lightning bugs that wouldn't hug this guy.
We don't even know. It could be the same lightning bugs giving him hugs over and over again. Maybe they're only
I don't know what to say.
Maybe they're only like 3 out of those 10,000. I don't know. So that was my first thing. The second thing that told me there might be something creepy and dark about this guy is in Deer in the Headlights, when he gets, first off, maced in the face, and then he gets the crap kicked out of him by a girl. Well, I don't know. In my experience, the only reason a girl does that is if you're trying to rape them. And I know that because that hasn't happened to me. Just to put that out there. But you don't just walk up to a girl and then she pulls out the pepper spray. So what is he doing that he's not telling us? What is it? I don't know, but it worries me.
He's making them listen to his music. That's what he's doing. Owl City.
Another thing, the only one part that I actually started to like on this album, I believe it was at the beginning of Dreams Don't Turn to Dust. I was like, this sounds kind of cool. I'm sorry if I'm wrong about the track. And then I realized it's just because it sounded exactly like the string part from the Verve's Bittersweet Symphony. And then I was like, well, damn it. And then the next 2 songs, Honey and the Bee and Kamikaze, are possibly 2 of the worst songs I've ever heard.
Yeah, and really, to add some value to some of the comical fun and relief we're having here on VIMTV, I think that one thing that you have to note about this is almost all of these songs are verse, chorus, beaver, chorus. And that's a criticism that you guys have come to know and love, and something that I think is highly applicable, because anytime you have music that adheres so strictly to a formula that is clearly going to be corporate, just stuff to be put on and resold and just thrown away. It's regurgitated music. It's music that's just plastic and throw away. It's Barbie doll. I mean, this is on a toy shelf. I mean, it sounds like something that would be on a Walmart toy aisle, just sitting on the shelf. Oh, LCD! Grow up! I can't handle it anymore.
If this is so sugary that if I listened to it one more time, I would get diabetes. I'm not even kidding. That's how it's just saturated, which is this sugary, poppy fakeness. And I'll give him this. At least he gives the disclaimer after the first track that, hey, when you listen to this, you are not in the real world.
No.
You are in the world, the creepy, weird world that Adam Young has dreamed up that I just don't care for. A world where somehow spider webs are plant life. I mean, he didn't even go to biology class, apparently. Oh God. It hurts to listen to.
And one other aspect of the sound that I really don't care for is the production. I think that the production value is just it's corporate horseshit. I don't know how else to describe it. This is literally you have these. The best part about this sound is the electronic hooks. He actually does have a talent for writing. Adam Young could do this for a living. Hopefully a band picks him up. Sleigh Bells should pick this guy up and write him and make him write sweet electronic parts if they ever wanted to make their electronic, these sweet sugary synth parts a part of their sound. I just don't see that happening. So what we have is just you have these drums, these crappy drum beats, these drum machine shit beats that just are just turned up all the way. Just all the way, so they're just at the top of the sound. You don't hear anything. Adam Young's vocals it's not strong vocal parts. It's really just this sugary sweetness. Something like if you took like Ben Gibbard's vocals from Plans or Narrow Stairs, took away all of the things you liked about it and just kept the style and then turned it up like a whole notch and exaggerated it. That's what reminds me of his vocal presentation. And to me, I don't think it adds a lot of value to the song. I think if he shut up half the time or just tried to actually sit and sing a song, it might actually be better. Plus, it's produced way too loud in the mix. Its EQ is turned all the way up. Hang on, 2 seconds. I think if they would have just brought down the drums, brought down his vocals, and brought up some of the dense electronics and really made that and kind of expanded some of the writing around that, you'd actually have something here that's halfway decent. Tone down the lyrics, obviously. I think that you would actually have something here that had some musical validity, but otherwise, some of this stuff is just so insulting to our intelligence, to your intelligence as a listener, that you have to go out there and know that there's more music out there for you. If this is all you're listening to, if this is the pinnacle of your collection, there's better stuff out there. We will help you find it.
And I mean, this guy's in his 20s. Why does he sing like this?
Yeah, he sings.
Why? There's no fucking reason
and that's
for
what
that.
makes me think that it's totally unbelievable that it's a gimmick. It's a sales trick.
Exactly, because it's worked.
It's worked in the past. Bieber's doing it right now. It's just for Bieber it works because he's owned by a record label and he's a little kid. This guy's in his mid-20s. He was living in his parents' basement, probably for good reason, and now he's making music for girls and young adolescent teens and maybe even younger. And I just don't think that it works. I don't think that it holds its own musically. I think you can do better elsewhere. Now, if we've offended you in any way by our criticisms, which we know are a little bit flamboyant ourselves, we feel like Adam Young's given some of that. He's kind of thrown the reins to us and said, "Hey, I took it there, so you can too." So we just want to match it. What are your guys' criticisms of this album? Do you think that he brings enough to the table that it is valid music, or is this just too sugary sweet, too poorly written, too poorly produced for you to dig? I'm really interested to have a real conversation with you guys about it, and if you're interested in doing that, please leave us a comment at youtube.com/velocitiesofmusic or velocitiesofmusic.com. Also, please follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, because that's where we get a lot of our conversations going, and we come up with ideas for new albums to review, and then we don't have to review albums like Owl City. And so we're interested to hear what you guys think. Please leave us a comment. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, moving music critique forward.
I saw the autumn leaves